Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Esteemed Gentleman podcast for Wednesday. Look at my calendar, April 14th. I'm your host, Scott Labrie. Joined alongside me, as always, we have Uncle Teabag over here. Nope. There.
Hello there.
I'm reversed on this screen, but it's messed up. Anyways, and we have Eric Deshane as well. I'm just not going to bother pointing this time. So.
Hello.
How you guys doing today?
Doing great, man.
Good.
Doing
Our
great.
second episode of the video podcast, and it's an extra spooky version because we're going to be talking about aliens, ghosts, groundhogs. You know, the paranormal. Hey,
That's right.
If a groundhog can predict winter, he's got to be magic or something. You know.
Yeah. It's got to be. Gotta be.
This is Tyler's topic, so I'll let him take it away for now.
Okay, boys. What are your thoughts on supernatural stuff like that? Like with
fake.
ghosts?
No.
What are you guys' thoughts on it? Do you think ghosts exist? Do you think haunted houses are a thing? Do you think, that when you die in a fit of rage, you become a specter until your quarrels are settled in the real world? Shit like that? What do you guys think?
I don't believe in ghosts.
You don't?
I think it's just people just getting scared and tricking themselves into seeing things. You know, it's like you're in a creepy house. You're kind of off. You're on tilt, and you see a weird kind of dust cloud or something like that. And you're like, "There's a ghost orb," or something.
Weird eye floaties.
Yeah.
Ghost.
There's a funny meme that kind of sums it up is when like girls go to sleep with long nails and then wake up saying that their dead grandma scratched them and stuff like that. It's they're just like you don't notice. It's a lot of it's just based on you, I guess, and
right.
You think it is something else.
Yeah, the human mind likes to invent things to make us understand stuff we don't understand. So yeah, a lot of it. I find that it's trying to fill the blanks with whatever they can think of to make them understand it, and a lot of the times it's it doesn't really exist. So yeah, I don't never even want to go for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a coping mechanism, like, oh, he's still with me or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, I never wanted to believe in spirits and stuff like that. So yeah,
I know a few people that really do believe in that stuff. I actually live with one who's adamant that it's a real thing. And I mean, I want to support her and everything. Everybody has every right to believe whatever, and that's like with religion. But I'm not going to get into that. I'm very passionate about that topic. I will not segue into that. Keep me off the cliffside before I dive into that. Yeah. So, I mean, do you guys know anybody that has any stories that are, did you guys witness anything that you couldn't explain? Anything like that? Seen something? Heard something that made you wonder, like,
I have, but that goes more into the aliens, more the UFOs, not so much with spirits and ghosts, though. Like I've seen a few things with that, but when it comes to like supernatural stuff, I can't really explain. Not really. I mean, thinking about it now, a lot of times where I was scared of something being there or something like that, it's probably I just put it off as my brain just being afraid because it's human nature to be afraid for stuff like that. So I don't know. It's but nothing I can think of that really that has scarred me that or made me really think of it being real. But yeah, I don't know. I got nothing really for spirits and stuff like that. Yeah.
Huh. What about you, Scott?
I guess
know anybody?
Yeah, a while back on my grandparents' place, they have just like a garbage dump like that they have in part of their field that occasionally, once it gets a little big, they'll all right, let's set it on fire and burn it down. And they did that once in it was kind of in the evening, and the fire got a little out of hand or something like that. And this is all secondhand storytelling, so the details might not be totally correct. But so my grandpa at the time, he passed away years ago. My grandma was still alive at this point, and it was my uncle who was doing the fire, and he calls my other uncle because they're neighbors to my grandparents. So he comes down and try and help out, whatever, get that done. And I'm telling this story, and eventually I'm gonna hear back from like my sisters or my dad. Like, where did you make that story up? That never happened. So I'm like,
checkers.
Exactly. Like, I'm totally like prepared for this to happen, and I'm just like somehow dreamt this up or something. But I remember my auntie telling this story and how she wanted to go down after my uncle was helping, but she like got lost or something, or didn't quite know where the pit was, and she's like, all right, Grandpa, tell me where it is, and apparently he told her which way to go, and she wound up there. I don't believe it.
Yeah,
But you know, I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, who knows? Maybe just a crazy coincidence.
Yeah, no, it's
like, I believe she asked him that, but then she probably just kind of made up his voice in her head, and then it's like, go down the trail. Like,
and I feel like that's the case with some people. You want something to be true, and you just get like, you're so hell bent on it being the way you want it to be that it just seems to, it's like chronic liars, like when they go on a tear and they just like, they lie so much that they actually start to believe the lie. That's why they're so convincing when they do it. I'm not saying that they're lying. I'm just saying
that.
Who knows, right? But,
oh, you Tyler, what do you got? Anything at all? Or
actually, the only thing for me, I don't know if like Carly was causing the. No, I'm just kidding. No, Carly and I had moved in together. What, like 2 days after we knew each other? No, that's like all.
I'm
trying to focus. I gotta focus. We moved into the place with our friends into the duplex in the basement, and it had been a while since I'd had these those night terrors that I had. If you guys remember the other podcast about nightmares and dreams, Arnold Schwarzenegger molesting me. But anyway, the dreams of like the black specters at the edge of the bed and like pulling me into the bed, and that feeling of being awake but like still in a dream state and just being like pulled in. And so Carly had I never really told her about it, but she had woken me up in the middle of the night, and it was the first time I haven't really had that kind of stuff happen when I was in bed with anybody. So being woken up from it was like, oh, thank God, like somebody heard me. Like I was like yelling, but all she said I was doing was just like like just breathing. She thought that I was masturbating probably. I'm like, oh, I wasn't masturbating. I don't make that noise. No, but anyway, so then I'm like, oh fuck, I was having this dream about these things at the edge of my bed, and they were trying to like pull me down, and they were trying to take me and this and that, blah blah. And she's like, oh, there's probably I can't for the life of me remember what she called it, but apparently it's a type of specter or some kind that actually like creates nightmares in your dreams to make you more susceptible to open up to like astral something, whatever. That's what she said. She's like, okay, well, while you're at work and while Leia's asleep, I'm going to sage the house and do a small blessing. I'm like, whatever, okay, sure. But well, these nightmares happened a few more times before she decided to do this, and it was almost like twice a week. It was happening for a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, I think it was, and then she saged the house, and then after she did, until that one I just had recently when we talked on the last podcast. But yeah, so I'm like, oh, maybe I put it in my mind like, oh, now that she saged it, I'm just gonna kick this thought out of my head, and then it's done.
That's a placebo kind of thing,
right? Exactly, the placebo effect. Exactly.
Yeah, stuff like that is extremely placebo effect, because how can you can't really like grade it or judge it.
Yeah,
right. It's very much this works for you, it works for you, good for you kind of thing. Yeah,
exactly. So, and that's the thing too with shit like this is like, you say no, well, you have an argument against that, proving like a scientific or some kind of explanation for it. There's always something else that can counter that. Like, oh, well, it's not nobody died in the house. There's no way that the house would be haunted. Well, it's not a ghost that's haunting the house. It's something that's following you. It's like, oh, here we go. Like, come on. What else? Come on. Like,
exactly.
So it's always something.
That's what I do with a lot of that stuff. It's right. Yeah, it's hearsay, and it's not this, it's that. Well, no, it doesn't work that way. That's not how things work. Yeah.
Okay, so the next kind of question that I want to ask you guys. So say like one of the most haunted houses in the world has like you can go out there and you can stay out there, and then like the owners of the house don't really go on it just like during the day with like a whole big group of people, like clean it, whatever, get it ready for the next people that come in there. Would you guys stay in a place by yourself, like for like say a weekend in a haunted house, an allegedly haunted house?
See, I think I know I say I'm not. I don't believe in spirits, but I know I would still be a chicken shit because
the thought's there, right?
you're still there.
exactly.
You're still a human. You're still going to be afraid, right? So I would definitely try, and if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. Be a thing where I wouldn't say no, but I won't guarantee that I'll be 100% gung ho because I'll still be afraid of shit because living alone in the condo, I still get afraid of shit every now and then. So like it's nothing new there. So and a haunted house just makes it that much worse because oh god, now it's it could be something, I don't know, but it's still, is it real? Is it not? Doesn't matter. It's still gonna be afraid no matter what I do, so, I don't know. I'll try it.
It's like, I don't know. You hear stories about like possessions and stuff like that too, and it's like, oh man, I don't know. Speaking in like the 2 or 3 languages at one time and stuff, like activating that thing, and it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Well, would I stay in a house that was allegedly haunted? I don't know if I could do it, honestly. I don't know. Because what if it is real, man? What if it is?
At least try. That'd be the thing, right?
Right.
I would at least try to see if I could. None of them, if I do, then great. Yeah. So,
Come check on me in 2 days. Oh, he's dead. He's withered away on the bed.
How did that?
Yeah. I don't know.
It depends what it looks like. Like it's like if this is a haunted house, but it's like actually like a really nice like mansion or something like that, like with a nice bed and stuff. Okay, maybe I could probably swing it and fall asleep or something. But if it's like this is a haunted house and nobody's kept it like done any upkeep in 25 years and it looks like a fucking shithole, it's like well of course I'm gonna fucking see a ghost in here because like I'm like on edge because I'm worried about a rat crawling up my ass or something like
exactly. Spiders crawling into your mouth while you're sleeping.
like no
like
thanks.
no, if it's for sure, if it's up here. Okay, so what if you you were told, and this is a true story, that you're staying in like a manor or a mansion where like countless slaves were murdered, molested, raped, tortured, whatever in this house, and you had to stay there because the spirits, there's spirits in there that are angry and leave scratches on people in the middle of the night. Would you do it?
Yeah, I'd just be like before I go to bed, I'd be like, hey guys, I'm a Canadian man. None of my ancestors were slave owners. We were letting you guys go free, you know.
Doesn't matter. They're bad.
See, that's where I'd be fucked.
I'm basically a black man. No, I'm just kidding.
No, there you go.
That would set them up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's
We've got some of that dark German heritage. You're first to go. Your blood stinks like Nazi. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Well, yeah, I thought one of you guys would be a little more open-minded. I don't think I'm like
to ghosts.
To go. Okay.
To ghosts.
Okay.
But
let's go into like say real quick into like supernatural creatures like Sasquatch, Wendigos.
Nah.
Yeah, Sasquatch I believed it when I was younger, like most people, but nowadays the more you think of it, it's like, well, yeah, if it was real, it had to survive for so long. It would need more than one of its kind to survive because it'd be well over 60 years old at this point if it was this original Sasquatch. So we would find more evidence. Exactly. So stuff like that is like, okay, it's easy to disprove because there's just no evidence for it to be truly real, right? So
also it's like the Bigfoot, picture, the most famous like
the video.
It's like it's from a movie. They've like found the actual like clip of the movie that it's from. So it's like, well, that's the picture.
Right.
And no.
Right.
Right. Certain things like that, like Loch Ness too, as well. Like till this day, people still believe those photos are real, even though how many decades it's been since they proved it's been fake. Still, like stuff like that, right? So it's like certain things that I can't believe is like, okay, there's no unicorns, no dragons, no Loch Ness, no Bigfoot, but more of the ones that are like kind of real, that could be kind of real. Like I'm trying to think of one that's an actual real creature that existed at one point, but it's extinct, or like whatever else, something like that. I can see being more believable than a Bigfoot.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. So
even with some of the old archive documents of like loggers down in Washington that are
Mhm.
logging, and they stumbled on some kind of old. I can't remember what article it was from. Is from like the 30s to 20s, something like that. And like two or three of them were like throwing huge fucking rocks at the cabin that they were staying at,
Mhm.
basically trying to scare them off out of their territory. So
Mhm.
there's like actual documents of this stuff, and then they don't know to this day like if it was other people just fucking with
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
or what, right? So it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. But I
Yeah.
think if the government spent like, it's like, okay, we're gonna spend the budget, we're gonna go find this thing, make sure
Mhm.
they're gonna be we need like a president that's gonna debunk all this stuff. We
Man,
need
it's the thing.
like,
Bigfoot was real. They found him long ass time ago. He's
Yeah.
sitting in Area 51. Yeah.
yep,
Mhm.
exactly. Yep.
They got
Making a mate
Bigfoot
with the
babies there.
yep, exactly. Guaranteed for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, well, then that's another one too. Area 51. Is that one? Do you guys think that one is a real? It's a real place. I will exist that, but is it as secretive and as uh crazy as it is, and as people think it is? I don't know. I don't think it is. I think it's a real testing facility for
Mhm.
real
Yes.
stuff. But
For dark
yeah,
shit that the
yeah,
world should know that they're testing
like
stuff on.
the SR-71 was tested there for a very important reason because we didn't want people to see this amazingly advanced jet and get their
Yeah, especially other foreign countries, right? Getting that type of
exactly,
test.
yeah. So that I believe, but is there a UFO 50 feet underground? I don't know. I don't think so.
Right.
That's a bit
It's like that.
much. Like, yeah,
How'd they get the
Yeah.
tech for that SR-71
this awesome engineering, man.
UFO?
It's
Yeah,
oh no,
alien engineering.
no,
That's right.
man.
Yeah.
Human, man. Happy human brain.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How the pyramids
don't
get built? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh god.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah.
You've got 3 billion slaves. You could literally build
God.
anything
You
with that
could
much manpower. Do whatever the fuck you want. That's not straight. Kill them. Get someone who can make it straight. You know, you got.
Yeah.
No.
But
Okay.
aliens
Now
do exist somewhere.
they have to. We
They
can't
have
be.
to.
Yeah, that was what I wanted to get into as well because do I believe that there's UFOs flying around in our system? You were saying too about the release footage from the was it CIA that released
The Pentagon released videos,
yeah,
like 3 videos of U.S. Navy jets
intrigued,
tracking.
but yeah, are they well they could be a plane, it could be whatever else, sure. But what I do believe that there is probably intelligent life elsewhere. Do they
Mhm.
have FTL fast and light travel to come visit us yet? I don't believe that yet, but that's a far stretch if it does. But
Well,
I mean,
maybe these aliens that are so far advanced from us have the same code that Star Trek Enterprise or whatever has. Like, okay, these people are very under technology. We can't go in there. We can't
the rule of
make
first
contact.
contact, yeah, the rule of
Rule
first
of first
contact.
contact. Yeah,
Yeah,
if you're like so far superior in technology, you don't mess with
until
anything
Mhm.
different
until
until they're at
you
least
until
closer.
you as a species can reach faster than light travel, then you get
Yeah.
welcome into the proper fold, right? So
Right.
till then
Yeah.
you're primitive. So maybe something like that
Yeah.
could exist. I do believe something like
Right.
that is possible, but
Because
do I? Is there a secret alien government flying over our heads right now and control? No, that's okay. That's a
yeah,
bit much.
it's God. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Oh God.
Keep me from the edge, boys. I'm gonna jump in there. Fuck. Yeah. So, okay. So, speaking of extraterrestrials, does that thought scare you? Like when they released all the footage and now they've made it public that, they've known about aliens, whatever, like basically stuff that we knew already.
Yeah.
Like,
I
how
mean,
did that make you guys feel like when that news was announced?
I was impressed. I was happy by it because it's something we all knew already. Like it was like, yeah, it's UFOs. We don't know what they are. Are they malicious? We don't
mhm.
know that yet. Still,
Right.
so we don't know
Right.
their intent if they do exist. So well, whatever.
Mhm.
Until they're broadcasting on live TV, we come in peace. And
Yeah.
like, oh, that will be a little on the
That shit will get real. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah,
No,
until
for
then,
sure.
I'm
I
I'm
just
on
feel
the
like, yeah, everybody's just so like, meh. Aliens real? Yeah, we know. Whatever. Moving
oh, yeah.
on.
What else could go wrong with your Christ?
Yeah, exactly. What else? What else can happen? No.
Yeah. I always found the question of do aliens exist is kind of like almost like a religious question kind of thing. Like if you believe in evolution or not.
Yeah,
Like if you believed in God and like God created everything, then you probably typically answer no, aliens don't exist because God just only put humans on Earth or whatever,
Right.
right?
It's this endless, ever expanding universe that he just wanted us. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
this one,
Well,
right? This
Not
one
how
right
it
here.
works.
yeah.
It's not how it works, but yeah.
Well, because God was from Earth. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, and he's American.
Yeah.
Same thing with
Yeah.
like what is it? What came first, the chicken or the egg? Like
Right.
if you believe in evolution, then the egg has to come first, because then it's
It
like
has to.
some fucking raptor becomes a chicken eventually.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I wonder what our listeners think. How many people we've triggered? No.
I mean,
With our views.
our fan base are all in the same boat as that.
I think so.
Have
But
any
I'd
of you
like
got?
more stories of people's like encounters.
I'll say, have any of you guys have any encounters like that at all, or any sightings or weird things in the sky at night, or
Keep them to
no?
yourselves. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Yeah.
I've a couple. I'll say a couple.
Sure. Let's hear it.
So I was driving home from a party one night back in high school, and it was midnight, 1 o'clock. Clear night. It was like November, so it was cooler and clear and everything else. And I saw a little triangular shape set of lights flying through the sky. And usually with a plane, you can tell it's a plane because there's flashing lights and obvious. But this was very extremely low, and it was if they're moving in unison. So I'm thinking the more I think about it, it's probably a formation of some kind, like jets flying in formation. But they were flying. It was super slow though. It wasn't going very fast, and it was quiet. I guess I pulled over, stopped. You didn't hear a thing. There was no jet noise, no nothing. Right. So, like, okay, this is really weird. And then the next morning we had family over, and my cousin Renee was over. She did the exact same thing at the same time on the other end, like a few miles on the road too as well. So I'm like, okay, something definitely was there, but it
Yeah.
wasn't. So yeah, maybe it was jets. It was flying low and slow and quiet or something, but not supersonic. But it was weird seeing like there's a perfect pyramid in the sky of lights just flying down. I'm like, oh, that's freaky.
Interesting.
But that was I haven't seen nothing like that since. But that was one of those things I'll never forget. Like just stopping, pulling over, turning the vehicle over, looking up in a clear sky, and just seeing that flying slowly across, quiet. It's like
Yeah.
fucking hell, they're here.
Yeah.
What do they want? Shit town Alberta.
Right. Just looking for more cows to experiment on.
Yeah, exactly.
Do laser cutting and then drop the carcasses off in the field unexplained.
Big thing growing up, and how quiet that's been lately is weird. But oh yeah, it was mutilations, and I remember hearing so many stories about that. Now the more thing, I'm like, it was just fucking coyotes. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man.
But they weren't made by any human tools. It was like laser precision. It was cutting edge technology where the cuts were on the animals. Organs removed.
You guys big into aliens too as well, or a show?
Which one?
Ancient Aliens. Were you guys
I've
into that?
never seen that.
I've never seen it. No.
I know the meme guy, but
Yeah. Oh yeah, the meme is. I watched a few episodes of it. I was a believer of that too for a little while, but now the more I think of it, I'm like, what's the point of it all? Who does it? What does it matter? They
Right.
if they us woohoo, now we're that much more advanced. Great. So
Yeah.
where the fuck are they now? Fix our
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
right?
So it's not salvageable. We'll wait for them to destroy themselves and then we'll come take it after. Clean up
exactly.
after. Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting. Interesting.
I don't really have any like UFO spotting stories. I don't think I've ever seen something that I'm like, what the hell is that? Like,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. I've seen like a meteor shower. Well, the
Yeah.
one meteor years ago when I was driving home from Bonneville, that honestly just would give me a fucking heart attack. That scared the shit out of me. Driving by Vezu Beach, I'm just driving around the corner. It's like winter time, super late, and all of a sudden just like lights. I'm like, oh, who the fuck's shooting fireworks in the middle of winter? And all of a sudden, daylight. I'm like, oh, this is it. I'm getting probed.
I remember the night too, that was I was sitting at home watching TV and it was darker night too. And no lights were on, the TV was on. I'm like, and then you see the light fast and gone. I'm like, the fuck is that? A thunderstorm in November? What the fuck happened? And it's a meteorite. I'm like, oh holy shit, that was bright because it was
like daylight bright. It was crazy.
So it's hard to believe that back then people saw something like that and thought, something God was mad or some shit like that, right? So
the second coming of Christ.
or Haley's Comet every 50 years, and there was something important, something new, super. No, it's just a rock going around every 49 years. That's how it is.
Yeah, that was cool and scary. But I never saw anything like weird. I remember seeing like a star flickering while moving, And I'm like, "Oh, what's that?" And then somebody said, "Oh, it's just satellites." I'm like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah.
Here, I was all excited. I remember the first time I saw that, I'm like, "Oh my god, that star is moving very
Yeah.
slowly, and it's blinking if you focus on it." But it's just satellite, so
Yeah.
who knows?
Lots of those nowadays, unfortunately.
Yep.
Mm,
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I got, I
nothing
mean, I could
else.
tell ghost stories from, like, what other people have told me, but they all end up being kinda, spirits in the house. Is my grandmother's house, lived in there, and, things started happening, and I don't know. I don't know. That kinda stuff is
Mm,
have to get Carly in on this one. She would tell you all kinds of stories.
mm,
Yeah.
mm.
If a ghost showed up, I'd just fight it. Just be like, let's go.
Nah, I'd be like, how do you exist?
Yeah,
I'd be like, how are
exactly.
you here?
Get out of here.
Yeah.
How are you breathing?
How can I
What
fix
are you
whatever
made of?
issue you have
Yeah.
with me right
Hmm.
now?
Why do they have an issue? We just want to chill and hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I exercise you?
How do I exercise you?
Exorcise you.
Exorcise you.
Uh,
Yeah.
cool. Well, is that gonna do it
Yeah.
for this week, or you guys have any other final thoughts?
No, I think I'm good.
There
I
you
think I'm
go.
good.
Ghosts
What are
not
we at?
real. Monsters not real. Aliens definitely real.
Mm. Tell
Yes.
life exists. Have you seen it yet? No. That's my final words.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, one more question. If
Let's hear it.
if aliens do come to Earth, are they gonna be peaceful or evil and want to destroy us?
70% malicious, 30% peaceful.
Mm.
Yeah,
'Cause
they're gonna
they have,
have some kind of
they
endeavor. They're
have
not
the
just gonna
potential.
come and say hi.
They have the potential to come this far and come see us. They want something, and it's not going to be just to make peace. It's going to be yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Come down and be like, "So, here's your choices. Either we annihilate you and take everything you have, or you give us most of what you have right now and we leave you alone.
We may
As
not.
long as you
It's
do what we say."
yeah.
See, I think if a species is so advanced to travel faster than light and go to a different star system, that's like civilization has like achieved world peace, and like they're like all come together because they have to work together to reach that kind of goal. So I think they'd be coming in peace and be like, "Hey, bros, we're gonna help you out,"
Yeah, no. I'm
They'll be
watching
like,
but
it. I'm
only
watching Invincible. I know where this is going.
until
yeah.
we figure it out. It'd be like
Yeah. Oh,
the
that's the
squids from
story of V, right?
Arrival.
Isn't this the story of V? That series V
Never
or
heard of it.
whatever. Oh, it came out like back in 2005, 2010. It was
Yeah.
an alien species comes to Earth. Oh, we come in peace, but yeah, the whole time they had this malicious plan all along.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
yeah. That'd be what I would think would be happening. Yeah, that would
So the
happen.
problem with that, Scott, is that they would come down here and be like, "Hey, we've achieved world peace. Now you guys should do it." And then we'll be like, "No, God's taking care of us now."
Maybe that's the thing. That's why they haven't showed up, because they're waiting until we figure it out and we get world
God.
peace. Everybody
Yeah.
join hands, hug your neighbors, give them a big
Yeah.
old kiss on the lips.
Yeah. Give me a kiss on the lips. Embrace each other.
Yep, and that's how we'll achieve
Yeah.
world peace. Right
Exactly.
on. Cool. Well, if you like this podcast, leave a like and subscribe here on YouTube. Do the same over on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. What's another one? Pocket Podcast or something like that. I've heard that one
Anchor.
before.
Anchor.
Anchor.
Yeah. Anchor
That's another one.
Anchor.fm. We're on there. We are everywhere. We're
Mhm.
worldwide.
It's worldwide.
It's
Yeah.
worldwide.
Yeah. That should be change the name. The worldwide gentleman.
Oh my God.
All right, that's terrible. All right, that's gonna do it for today's podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Tomorrow we're doing a wacky wrestling quiz where I'm gonna quiz these two gentlemen on how crazy the world of wrestling is. So you got that to look forward to. Until then, adios.
See ya.
See you guys.